I already know Bamboo's not going to listen to me anyways, so I can say whatever I want. But I am pushing for consumer safety. That is what ultimately matters to me. It's about protecting people from injury or death, and it's what matters to us. And it's what should matter to everybody. It's not about the money that goes into your pocket. I can bet that pretty much every company has some level of something that they could be gone after for. I just don't know about it yet. And we are always happy to call companies out and do it in a, what we would like to call a more progressive way, in a way that kind of pushes for answers and not requests them. We are not the kind of company that's going to sit there and say, oh, well, whenever you're ready, go ahead and give us answers. It's no, we want answers. We want them now. And the longer you wait, the more of a problem we will become. But like Jacob said, it's a very slippery slope. The capitalist in me says, shut up, take the money and run, right? But the moralistic person, the person that was raised better than to just care about money says, no, it's about what's right. It's what's good in the world. It's about doing the right thing. And if we're lucky, the community sees it. But unfortunately, in a lot of cases, people think that we just go on crusades. We don't. These companies just do dumb stuff constantly, and it's our job to talk about it. We're not going on crusades. I don't have a crusade against Bamboo. In fact, I am heavily excited for Vortec. I'm heavily excited to see, what they do in the future. Because, let's be real, they're setting the standard for 3D printing. But if they do it in a way that is not safe and is not efficient and is potentially breaking patents, I'm going to call them out for it. Because it's our job. And anyone, in my opinion, that sits by and lets these problems go and doesn't say anything about it, doesn't get involved because, they don't want to risk their relationship, you're part of the problem too. You're actively part of the problem. And if you're watching this saying, I wonder if he's talking about me, I probably am. Because if you have to ask yourself if I'm talking about you or we are talking about you, we probably are. You're not so vain that you think the song is about you, but it actually is. And you should take note of that. The real punk rock indeed, Amber says. Yeah. Slice of Mine Frankie carries on saying, I get that, I totally do. But as a brand new YouTuber, but a small business owner, I'm going scorched earth on any company, i.e. Gamers Nexus, that is going against consumer rights. Yeah. And that's why we're taking a Gamers Nexus approach to all of these consumer protection issues. So it's not about hating Bamboo, because I don't hate them. It's about protecting the consumer, because we don't need house fires, right? And yeah, okay. I already know Bamboo's not going to listen to me anyways, so I can say whatever I want. But I am pushing for consumer safety. That is what ultimately matters to me. And it's what matters to us. And it's what should matter to everybody. It's not about the money that goes into your pocket. It's about protecting people from injury or death. It's not what we do around here. Amber says, less about mistakes. Mistakes happen. It's more about transparency and honesty, which not a lot of companies seem to have. Yeah. Like, if the Free the Code people and the Open Centauri people brought this issue to Elegoo and they said, oh, you're right, we'll fix it. And then a week later, they had everything resolved. Hey, no freaking problem, right? That's no big deal. Everyone's happy. This is good. This is how the system should work. Mind you, they should have followed it from the beginning, but chances are these companies are large enough that it can get lost, right? I will always give a company the benefit of the doubt. I don't have an issue with that. But when you've literally lied to people in writing and people have called you out and you give them, BS answers, yeah, okay. It's time to turn up the heat a little bit. I would do it with Construct 3D. Absolutely would. If you guys were doing something you shouldn't be. Yeah. And companies that don't invite it are the ones that I think we should be looking out for more.
I mean, that's one of the reasons we like to publicize almost everything. The only thing we don't openly publicize is our data safety technical reports, mostly because everyone we talked to said, do not share this information.
There's no reason.
It is black book level stuff.
Yeah. And
but it's because they can like reverse engineer like encryption codes, and they can reverse engineer like wiring paths. So they were just like, there's no point. Just the certificate saying you've done it is all people need. They don't need to see the individual steps and like the change log of everything. But that's why we like doing everything we do, where we have a literal list somewhere on the website, which is probably out of date by now because it keeps growing, of directives we are following for safety. And I think it's up to like 15 or 16 now. It's because otherwise people can't judge. And we need people to judge. Like, it was only like a week ago, somebody found a tiny ass spelling mistake on one of the pages and we're like, cool, fixed. Like, these things are stuff that I really like because it keeps us humble. We make machines can go wrong.
Yep.
It's our job to make sure they don't go wrong. But at the end of the day, I have a responsibility to make sure when something gets plugged in that, in theory, if you wire it in the exact opposite way, it can explode. Let's not make it explode. Let's keep that nice and contained.
And I get that a lot of these companies...
I'm still going to do the advert for the C2. I'm still going to probably set fire to the C2 and watch it self-extinguish and then start printing.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Because I think that's such a sick advert.
It is a pretty sick advert.
Setting a printer on fire, and then the printer just goes, nope, and continues. I got so many private phone calls after that stream of Jacob, do not dare eat that food. I think I hit 6. At which point, I'm going to take the wisdom of my peers, and I didn't eat the 10-day out-of-date meatballs.
Good job.
And instead, I made 8-day out-of-date chicken.